morning to one and all. I'm Dr. Sumitra. I'm here to present to you about the black box testing in Agile software engineering. The black box testing is a technique of a software testing which examines the functionality of a software without peering into its internal structure or the coding. The primary source of the black box testing is the specification of the requirement that is stated by the customer. In this method, the tester selects a function and gives an input value to examine the functionality and check whether the function is using or giving an expected output or not. If the function produces a correct output, then it is passed in testing, otherwise it fails. The test team reports the results to the development team and then tests the next function. After completing the testing of all functions, if there are several problems, then it is given back to the development team for correction. And we have various steps, that is, a black box testing is based on the specification of requirement so that it is examined in the beginning. In the second step, if the tester creates a positive test scenario and an adverse test scenario by selecting a valid and invalid input values to check the software process, then it correctly or incorrectly. In the third step, the tester develops a various test case such as decision table and all the paired test equivalent divisions or equivalent estimation cause effects graphs, and the various techniques were a decision table technique. The decision table technique is a systematic approach where the various input combinations and their respective system behaviors are captured in a tabular form, and it is appropriate for the functions that have a logical relationship between two or more than the two inputs. The boundary value techniques, where the boundary value technique is used to have a bounded values. Boundary values are those which contains the upper and the lower limits of the variables. In test, while entering the boundary values, whether the software is producing a correct output or not. And the state transition technique is all about. The state transition technique is used to capture the behavior of the software application when different input values are given to the same function. This applies to the type of application that provides a specific number of attempts to access the application. And all pair of testing techniques all pair testing techniques is used to test all the possible discrete combination of values, and this combination of method is used for testing the application of the user's text box input, radio button input, list box and the text box. Whereas a cause-effective technique underlines the relationship between the given results and all the factors affecting the results. It is based on the collection of the requirement. And we have an equivalence partitioning technique. The equivalence partitioning is a technique of a software testing in which the input, the data, is divided into a portion of a valid and invalid values, and it is mandatory that all the partitioning must exhibit the same behavior. And where this black box testing is also is used on the finding out the internal core of the testing process, and the internal core testing is used to carry out the basic functionality which is there on your software testing process. We can also refer the software testing in a Robert Martin books and the Agile software engineering specified by the Agile software engineering for the Agile development. And whereas we have a cost-effective techniques, and the cost-effective technique is where which underlines your relationship between the given results and all the factors affecting your results, which is a common collection of all your requirements. And we are also having an equivalence partitioning technique. This equivalence partitioning technique is a technique of a software testing in which input divides the data into a portion of a valid and the invalid values, and it is mandatory that partitioning must exhibit in the same behavior. As I have already stated about an all-pair testing technique, which is possible to have a discrete combination of values, and the combinational methods will keep on having a testing that address which is mainly used for the input. Keep on having a testing that address which is mainly used for the input. I hope you are clear with the basic techniques as we have stated. Thank you.